Right, there's Westbury Submendip. On that corner there, you can see that ash, dome of the canopy, a little bit thin. And here, you can see another similar ash, which again looks a bit like a group of trees. But if you go in amongst it, you can see that this is a coppice stool, or possibly a stop cut, on the side of a watercourse, and it's enormous. If I hold the camera over there, you can see there's a big lobe of the stop. I hesitate to call it a bolling because it's short. It's hanging over this watercourse. It's attached to this, and this thing you might think is separate. But if you look down there, there's a pleat stem which connects the thing to these stems here. It goes out on the left. Those stems are dead, and attaches to this one. So this whole flipping issue is absolutely humongous. You can see it carrying on this way up to here. That's where it ends. So all of this is one tree. That's probably the case there, which I drove past thinking that's just an ordinary boring coppice stool. That's not special. Possibly another one over there. But this thing is huge. Absolutely enormous. Oh God, I refuse tipping here. But that's been done for decade upon decade upon decade. And we might be able to get through here. That's a separate tree. But it looks like we're on the badger set. Let's see where there's got all this bare ground. There's hints, leaves and things possibly used for bedding. And it goes in all the way through there. And it's enormous. And we've got grass here, which appears to be coming out of this enormous hole under here. And yeah, so we've got an ancient tree on a badger set, and the badger set itself might be ancient. Don't know much about badgers. I can't be interested in absolutely everything. I tend to leave badgers to other people. There are people who are interested in badgers. I've seen a few badgers in my time, but not gone out of my way to go and look them up. But yeah, this is lovely. What you can see just driving down a country lane, and the country lane itself might be ancient. We're in this old landscape with these hills. Westbury Submendip, so these might be the Mendips, but I can't tell you because right at this moment I'm lost. Not entirely sure where I am. I'll go and get the map out. Now I need a map because all the wonderful stuff that's dependent on the smartphone is absolutely fucking useless because there's no signal. Funny that, isn't it? Ah. Show you this. This is an adopted highway, but it dead ends. So I've been down to the dead end. I had a look at the map. I turned round. I know where I'm going now. But I thought you might like this because this is the road quite big, but not spectacularly big. And if we were poking in amongst all the brambles, probably see that was another coppice stool come stub cut, come coppard. We'll finish this off with that view. And hope the GoPro picks that up. And that with the breeze moving the graminoids, the grass on the top, the grain here which looks like wheat. And the colour changes, it's absolutely beautiful. Life in England, folks. Somerset. Right, home.